Welcome to the predicted 11 for Arsenal versus Bayern Munich at the Emirates Stadium. And we're just going to go through this quickly. I purposely made it this late because I wanted to see his press conference because I had some reservations and to see whether some players will be available or not. And to be fair, I think maybe it's only Odegaard because I don't. He said Gyökeres and Havertz, which is good news because hearing Havertz, he said they have to do another scan to see whether they can be in contention for next week against Chelsea, and which is a very big boost. And we can also have Odegaard on the bench tomorrow. I think we will have Odegaard because it was in training as well. So yeah, so that's a big boost for us now because if you have the likes of AZ or you are leading, and it takes me back to that Sunderland game, and I try to explain to certain fans that may not understand. You need those type of players when you are trying to see out a game or when you're trying to to be on the same level. You get if Eze is not if Eze is tired, you take off Eze, you bring on Odegaard. Odegaard will hold the ball up, play certain good passes. You get play the ball forward, progress the ball forward, which is what we missed 2 weeks ago on the bench, where we only had defenders and defensive midfielders, and 18-year-olds and 15-year-olds. So yeah, that's just, and it's a big boost. And Gyökeres might be available for next week because I think he's even in training, but he just not fit enough to start. But now the real question, if you watched my match review, is: do you go all in for Bayern, or do you take a step back and look forward to Chelsea? My answer was not exactly, but you have a very big squad, and not only a big squad because you can have a big squad, but you need quality. Our squad is big and we have quality. That's the thing. So even the players that you are going to bring in, I don't think the only parts where I think there will be a huge drop off maybe because Zubimendi has set the bar so high. So you can't just bring in the likes of Christian Norgard, even Rice. Rice has put the bar on in the atmosphere, bro. There's no reaching it. So it is absolutely necessary, and it was good that he didn't pick up a yellow card against Slavia Prague because he would have been out for this game. And as I said, Luis Diaz is also out for this game. He's suspended for that tackle on Ashraf Hakimi. But yeah, who do I want to see? What changes do I want to see? And I had a rule. I remember I said this rule. In cup games, I want one starter. If you're going to rotate, I want one starter in each position. In cup games, I want one starter in each position. So if you're going to make rotations in the back four, I need at least maybe like a Timber or Saliba there. If you're going to make changes in the midfield, maybe I need like an Eze there, or I need like a Declan Rice there. You can change the rest depending on what the context of the fixtures are. But yeah, but in Champions League games, I say I need at least two starters in at least two positions. If you're going to have two starters, it must be in any two positions. You can do three, but I need it in at least two positions just to maintain the balance of the team. And what will my predicted 11 be? Look, I don't want to make changes. That's the thing. I want to make sensible changes. And I think who I will bring in, this will be my 11 anyways. I will play Raya in goal. Then I'll play Timber, Saliba, and Nkapi. I'll play Saliba and Nkapi because you can't be rotating them when this is going to be a long-term thing. It's not like Gabriel is just going to come back and things like that. I think you have to play them together so they can bond and they can have their chemistry together as centre back pairings go. You have to have him there just for them to play and understand each other against different oppositions. It's very important, very, very important in football. Then I'll make my first change at left back because I think Calafiori, the fact that he withdrew from the Italy squad a few weeks ago and he played 90 minutes or so. No, did he play 90 minutes? I can't remember. We're close to 90 minutes. He probably played like 93 or 92. And we have to manage his load. So I think I'll start with Kelly. Maybe later I can bring him on. Or I don't really want to be fair. But, I think you have to, if you have those type of cases, you have to you don't have any option. If it took Calafiori off around maybe the 60th minute, I would have said, yeah, he will start this game. But the fact that I played up to 90 minutes, it just isn't. Then I think the midfield three, I will not change the midfield three in the like of Rice, Mendy, and Eze because Eze scored a hat trick against Tottenham, and he'll be this confidence will be soaring. He wants to score his first Champions League goal, and yeah, I believe he might. He might, and I think he might, and yeah, I'm good with that. To be fair, then going, I won't start Odegaard because it's kind of, but I think Odegaard should come on maybe if we're seeing out the game, or if Eze is a bit tired and leggy, because the adrenaline will definitely wear off at some point. The front three, we know that Gyökeres is not going to be out, so let's go with the nailed on there. The nailed on is Mikel Merino. I don't know how it's going to work tactically. I do not know how it is going to work tactically, but Mikel Merino, and after Mikel Merino, I'll go with Saka on the right because I think he's getting into that groove. Then Leo Trossard has played so many games, and I feel it's going to be very impactful against Chelsea. So I'm going to remove Leo Trossard and I'm going to put Madueke just for that explosiveness. I think we're going to need that against Bayern just to catch them on those breaks and can whip the ball in, those type of things, or you can cut inside, take a shot. And then maybe later you can swap him to the right wing and then bring on Martinelli or then bring on Trossard. But that's my team, to be fair. I don't think there's any huge shouts there. I only made 2 changes and that's all I need to see. And I think the squad is big enough. I don't know how it's going to go. I feel like if we win, we're going to beat Chelsea because the confidence that beating Bayern Munich gives you is just different. But yeah, I hope we get the result there. Even though we don't, I just want us to get to the next game, extend the lead at the top again, and let's sit back and see what happens at the weekend. And yeah, I'm going to go and watch other games like Chelsea and Barcelona right now. And yeah, cover you Gunners.